Hello everyone, William Ian here, 1799. If you like this video, hit that subscribe button. It does not cost you anything. If you're not subscribed, subscribe anyway. And leave a comment down below. Love to hear from you. Make this channel grow. I'm going to talk about two topics here and kind of run them together. And you'll see why I look at this. Maybe you should look at it too. Between our legislators, lawmakers, and politicians, run them all the same if you want. And rhino bootleggers, I call them. We face a very, very, very delicate situation here. I'll read you something. In October 23rd, 1983, a suicide truck packed full of explosives at a Marine barracks in Beirut killed 241 of the 1st Battalion. 220 Marines, 18 sailors, 3 soldiers. Destroyed a 4-story barracks. It was the headquarters too, by the way. The perpetrators were Hezbollah, backed and supplied by Iranian regime. Backed by the Iranian regime. This is all done by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard. Now, here's the point to this. I did a video not too long ago, a couple days ago, about these legislatures and these gun-free zones. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. You just got to make a decision whether you want to carry it or not. But understand something here. These politicians and these lawmakers thump their chests out, stick it out as far as they want, and threaten us about they're going to take away your firearms, they're going to make everything illegal, we're going to lock you up, we're going to divide you, the whole 9 yards. Wait a minute now. Ban this, ban that, the whole thing. Okay? Alright. Very tough. In fact, they used Joe Biden for a mouthpiece, the Democratic Party did. And when he was a candidate, that if you want to take on tyrannical government, you need F-18s and cruise missiles. Well, that didn't go over too well. Nevertheless, so, with this war going on in Iran here, trying to open up the Strait of Hormuz and keep these ships being blown apart, and innocent people getting killed, and yes, it's good that other countries are getting involved in helping the United States. These politicians here who are big and bold and thumping their chests here at Americans here about holding a right to defend themselves, for some reason have a problem putting boots on the ground or doing something with this regime. For 41 years, we have been negotiating with these people, giving them some of their money back, while they take that money and they go sponsor more terrorist groups that are threatening more innocent countries around the world and killing a lot of innocent lives. So, also involved in this mess, you got to look at also, they got enriched 235. So U-35 is an enrichment uranium. Low grade, but still. Russia, our adversary, is helping them with the nuclear program. China, on the other hand, is also involved. 2 more adversaries are involved in this. North Korea is also involved in this mess. And all these politicians want to do is tell us how bad Trump is. Trump is a king. Trump is a dictator. Trump is a Nazi. No kings. We got to have all these protests. But I've been going over 100, more than 100 videos of Iranian people here in the United States praising Donald Trump, praising Netanyahu for taking out this regime. We're not the people. We don't hate nobody. It's them that hate. Got it. But it seems that our lawmakers and these legislatures, these politicians, want to have hearings. They don't like this. They don't want to get involved in this. But for 41 years, we've been dealing with these people. Why do you chant death to America and death to America and continue the enrichment program after all these meetings, and we constantly have meetings and constantly have more meetings, but still want to deal with this mess? You get the sense of the idea that there's something screwy here. Like I said, they're hard-nosed on us. Virginia governor is talking about using the National Guard if people don't comply. Rhode Island has decided there won't be no grandfather and some of the weapons they're going to ban. Now, that also concludes possession. They're tough. Hard-nosed. We'll lock you up. But when you're faced with a real adversary here that's out to blow us the fuck up, pardon my language, what happened? Where's legislators at? Where's these politicians real hard and tough? You can't make this stuff up. Let's crawl down to reality here. If they do get the ability to build it, maybe not there in Iran, but maybe in one of their allied countries, and let's say they can get an aircraft, 737, 747 maybe, whatever, rig it with this device on it, change the identification codes on it, change the paint job on it, fly this thing in the United States like a Trojan horse. The radars on there will identify the aircraft as from Germany or England or France or who knows where. Allow that thing right into the United States. What do you think would happen? Or maybe they will take a chance to try to launch a nuclear missile. If they're lucky, they might be able to pass our defense systems. What do you think would happen? Or let's just say they bring it in here piece by piece, sneaking in the United States somehow. What do you think would happen? And you can understand there's a whole thing called Murphy's Law. What can happen will happen. Nothing is impossible. Nothing is improbable. We see Hollywood movies where there's a nuclear device goes off, all this great construction or destruction or whatever. Yeah, that's Hollywood. We don't see the full gore, really. You don't feel it. But suppose they were to take New York, detonate that son of a bitch right there. New York won't exist. There'd be a pile of dust. That's scrap metal. Along with half of North New Jersey, probably. In real time. We couldn't be able to fathom the amount of destruction and death. And by the time they figured out what happened and get the military in the air, it would be catastrophic. You wouldn't be able to wrap your mind around it. Now remember what happened to 9/11, right? Sneak attack. And one aircraft going to the Pentagon. Instead of trying to find a way to put this regime out of business, they want to tell the people how bad it is. Tell the people everything under the sun, but they won't sit there and admit the real truth. There's a real threat here. Plus you have possibility terrorist groups already here in the United States. We know it because they've already told us. But these politicians seem to skim over that. They want more gun control. We're going to fight the Supreme Court. We're going to fight this. We're going to fight that. We're going to ban this. We're going to make it illegal for possession. We're going to make all these gun-free zones out so we can catch you and lock you up. This does not make any sense. Period. Either these politicians are in a dream world, or they're just bargaining time, or they're just thinking that we can just negotiate with these people and we'll buy more freedom from the bomb. But the problem with that is, suppose that doesn't work anymore. You can't negotiate your freedom. You cannot buy your freedom. And you dare not surrender for it. But that's what our well-liberal friends want us to do here. What it seems like. If we show weakness out of this whole damn mess, China and Russia will look at us and say, you know what? Yeah, they got a lot of technology, but it just seems like they're all mouth. Maybe we can take them if we work together. If we don't really put our foot down and say, you're not coming in here, God help you try. But you got politicians going to sit there and say, no, people, don't do that. We're going to take your firearms for you and let these people come in and we'll just negotiate. Make it all nice and easy. A little communism is good for us. You can't buy your way from the threat of the bomb. You can't buy your way from the threat of what can happen. And you can't just decide, well, we'll just live on our knees and die on our feet. Because that's exactly what they used to do. For years they've negotiated, for years they've done all this, and where it has gotten us? 41 years of this mess. Innocent people over there are getting killed. They got the proxy little people, terrorist groups killing people all around the world. All supplied by Iran. There comes a point in time, nobody likes war. I don't like war. But there comes a point you got to put your foot down and say, I'm not going to be pushed. I'm not going to be threatened. We're Americans here. All Americans. I'll leave you with this. Look at these politicians when they talk gun control. Look them dead in the eye and say, well, what about over there? You're tough on us, but not them? Mm-mm. Do not be afraid to defend yourself and practice. And push this gun control out the frickin' door, because this is why we have this firearm. This is why the Second Amendment was put in place, because our founding fathers knew something could happen inside our country and by the people we put in power. You take care.